guys, Adventureruler, and I want to introduce you guys to my new tournament that I'm going to be holding for the rest of this year. Is the UnDying Light Tournament. I'm pretty excited. I have my notes here. I'm going to explain everything about it. So first off, has this ever happened to you? You hop on Smash Online, you run into a Palutena, and you say to yourself, okay, just don't get hit with an air, and I'm good, right? Or have you ever run into a Joker online and say to yourself, okay, when he gets Arsene, I'll just stop fighting, and then when it goes away, then I continue fighting, and then I'm good. And my third example I wrote here, you run into a Luigi online, and you say to yourself, okay, just don't get grabbed, and I'm good. Right? That's sort of like, you already know what to do, right? Like, it's kind of, like, boring a little bit, right? You've gone to that, into that, like, stale area, right? Where you already know what to do, nothing surprising anymore. This is my big plan. I want to bring back the unpredictability of Smash. Super Smash Ultimate, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate has been out for almost 7 years now, right? And for a lot of people, the game has gone stale, as I wrote in my notes here. But one day I decided to turn on hazards. Now bear with me. Everything else stayed the same. All I did was change one mechanic in the game. I turned on hazards, right? So I'm still going to the same stages like Pokemon Stadium 2 and Smashville, but just changing that one little hazard, I noticed I was having a lot more fun. Right, obviously Smashville with hazards and Pokemon Stadium 2 with hazards is very different. But Smashville is just like a starter, like okay, the platform's now always moving. There's been moments where, you know, silly things will happen when that platform's moving back and forth. And it's a whole different story, right, when you go from Pokemon Stadium 2 where it's just the ground and then the two plats. Now all different types of things are showing up. But I noticed all my matches were getting a lot more intense and a lot more fun even when I was losing, right? I noticed that when I added more factors to think about, it like was sparking something like in me, right? Like I'm sure I'm not the only person, but autopiloting could be like a problem for some people. I noticed that kind of was helping me, because when I went back to normal Smash, I was like, whoa, I'm seeing all this, you know what I mean, different stuff, how to like tackle on my opponents and stuff like that. And right here I wrote, I feel like my tournaments are going to get rid of those same old strategies and same old counterplays that everyone uses, right? Where I was talking about the Joker, right, where is it? Palutena and the Luigi, right? Not trying to throw any shade to those characters, right? Not trying to like talk bad about y'all guys, but I mean that's usually what you narrow it down to, right? Like that's what I would think if I went to a tournament and had to fight a Luigi, right? The first thing would be in my head was, all right, just don't be near him, right? Just hit him from far away, right? Or let him do damage on me, so like his 0-0 to death isn't as, you know what I mean, as consistent, right? Because of the knockback. So here we go. And this is more about what I was saying earlier. That's why I want to hold a monthly tournament all throughout this year. 12 tournaments I'm trying to hold on my stream on my YouTube. One tournament on the last weekend of every month. I want to bring back highlight compilations, right? Obviously the live streams, because I'm going to stream everything. And cash prizes, right? I wrote here I want to give back to you guys, right? People that are joining, right? Give them an incentive, you know, to join the tournament. So right here I'm going to talk about the prizes that top 3 will get. Top 3 are the only ones that will get prizes for getting that far. First place is getting a $70 Nintendo eShop card. Second place gets 20, and third place gets 10. Right? So even if you don't manage to beat the best of the best, if you get far, right, you could win something. Right here. And now for the people who are actually gonna dive into this passionately like I am, right? Because I really care about this game, right? And I want people to keep playing it, right? Especially me. I still have fun with the game, especially ever since I, you know, started turning on hazards, but still having that competitive, right? In my system too. There, right? I'm gonna talk about the stage list. Here we go. I'm gonna talk about the stage list. So obviously, if I had hazards on, you know what I mean? It's iffy, right? Every stage is different. But obviously, the problem is someone going Sonic. Someone going Sonic and beats everybody because they're not fighting. They're not approaching, and they're timing everybody out. That's why I specifically went through each stage. I didn't practice on all of them, right? Because a lot of the blast zones are the same, right? And like a lot of the stages aren't that big. But I have practiced on some of the stages with like a level 9. So I'm going to show you guys in a minute the stage list. But yeah, that's usually the main problem. Is usually somebody wants to be a jerk off, go Sonic, and just time everybody out and just get the cash prize for free. And I would have to, right, if they beat everybody. So here we go. And you are going to be seeing this correctly, but I wrote down a specific stage list. And I want you guys to... Let's see if it shows. Hold on. I'm not sure if you guys can see it. And I can post a more accurate photo in the Discord. If you guys are in it, you could always join it. It's in the description of all my videos. The link to my Discord. But this is my stage list. And I'm also going to say it just in case you guys can't see it in the video. I'm going to try to zoom it in and stuff. But here we go. I wrote here a joke. I was writing, yes, this is not edited. This is not AI. I wrote this out myself. And yes, there are 40 counterpick stages. I love this. I really want to see this happen. Because it would just be funny. But it will also be interesting. It'll be exciting. At least I think so. So, here we go. There's 3 starter stages. I'm going to just say this now. Oh, before... Actually, yeah, let me say this now. So there's only 3 starter stages. And you cannot go back to those starter stages after game 1. The starter stages are Dreamland. Right, Hazard Zone, no Omega, no Flat. This is for all of them. For every stage that's on this list. Dreamland, Yoshi's Story, and Yoshi's Island. Right, as I said earlier, remember when I was saying I was going to even out the playing field? This is for the tryhards, you tryhards out there. These 3 stages have hazards, but not in a way where it will, like, affect you negatively. Right, all Dreamland has is a little bit of wind, right? Like, if you're good at the game, the wind isn't really going to be a big deal. Yoshi's Story and Yoshi's Island have a hazard, but it's not really a hazard, it's more like an extra platform that appears sometimes. I always get confused which stage is which. But the one with Randall, I think that's Yoshi's Story. Randall appears on both sides, goes through the stage, and on either side where, you know, somebody might be trying to recover, they can jump on Randall, right, to help them. And then same with Yoshi's Island. There's this platform that comes up from the sides, stays there for a little bit, and then goes back down. It has grabbable ledges, and it's only there for a few seconds, and it appears on both sides. Right, so that's sort of like, for anybody that's trying out the tournament, right, just trying it out, and joining just to see what it would be like. I went through the stage list and tried to see, right, which one could sort of like getting your feet wet in the water, right? It's like this is what hazards on would be like, kind of, right? Because obviously all the other stages, there's some things that will actually like try to kill you or just put damage, right? That's just what I feel like could kind of like get somebody who plays strictly by the rules, Fox, Only Final Destination, right? Like inch them towards playing with hazards on, right? And like I said, in case, well, actually, I'm gonna post it into the Discord anyways, and I'll try to zoom in as much as I can. So yeah, there's a lot of stages to go through here, but I have much more to get through my notes here. But yes, as you can see, there's no Palutena's Temple, obviously. There's no Great Cave Offensive, obviously, because those stages, they're just so big that if one of the opponents didn't want to fight no more, being in the lead, they don't have to. If their character is faster than your character, you just lose, right? Because they're gonna do that, and unless they mess up or do something dumb, you're just gonna lose regardless because you're being timed out, right? Right, and it's not just Sonic, right? Someone can go Fox, someone can go Sheik, someone can go Falcon. It's simply if you're the fastest character, like everybody knows what's going to happen. If someone chooses one of these characters, then you're in Sonora. You lose, right? Like, regardless. So obviously those stages aren't on here. That's why I made sure to go through the entire stage list and make sure to make sure that there's fighting happening, basically. Right? Another detail about the stage list I want to add is the removal of basic stages. Yes. So, you know what I mean? The basic stages, Smashville, Battlefield, right? Small Battlefield, you know what I mean? Town and City. I removed those because I feel like the whole point of my tournament is to like revive Smash, right? Bring something completely new to the tournament scene, rather than just, you know, someone else is holding a tournament, right? I really wanted to make this different from all the other tournaments you've ever seen, right? Smashville Town and City, the stages you've seen a billion times, I removed them for stages that could be considered tournament legal, but still have hazards, right? So that would be the 3 starters, right? Also, Midgar is a counter pit. Okay, I forgot to write that on the paper, but basically what I wanted to do was you can't. Yeah, I wanted to make it where you can't go back to the same stage. Everyone that plays their set, because it's all best of 3s till grand finals, every stage has to be a different stage. It's just whoever loses gets to counterpick the level. You see what I'm saying? So like, let's just say me and you played. I win game 1. You get to choose the set. You get to choose the stage for game 2, and I can't ban anything. Right? That's the thing with my stage list. There's no bans at all. Right? So everybody has to go somewhere, whether they like it or not. Right? Because I want to see how the hazards affect people. Right? Hazards is what's gonna spice up the game. At least for me. But yeah, this gives all new places to see and music to hear. Right? Because all these stages, you don't see them in normal tournament. So it's going to be like, right, like a fresh experience almost. So yeah, I'm also just, in the notes, I'm making sure to say that the 3 starters, you can only go to those 3 stages only 1 time. And then you got to stick to the counter picks for the rest of the set. Yeah, and I'm also writing that I made the stage list, tried to make it fair and balanced so any character and player can still win, while hazards are still at play. Oh yeah, and of course, I wanted to say a quick thank you to Solitude, Godfall Thunder Gaming, Evanster, or IDW as he goes by, and Yinko Jasaman. I don't know if I said that right, but right, my boy Yinko Dinko, back in middle school, for the multiple play testings on these hazardous maps, because I don't even know. Well, they don't know because I never told them. But I would purposely, whenever I play Smash with them, I would go stages that like that, or there's hazards on it, but not to the degree where it's like, you know what I mean, where it's in the way. You see what I mean? Like, we were going PS2, right? Because most of the time it's flat and just 2 plats, right? Like, most of the time, like, they don't even care. You see what I mean? So, but like, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, it's still competitive. It's just, there's another factor you have to think about. It's like, okay, we're flat now. It's like, oh, wait. Okay, we're on ice. Okay, we're still fighting, but there's ice now. Right? How am I going to fight you? Right? I could slip if I try to do this, if I try to do that. So let me stay more airborne. You see what I mean? I don't know. To me, it's fun thinking like that, right? Because it feels like anime almost. You know what I mean? Like when, like I said this to a friend of mine where I was saying, if you ever seen like Goku and like Frieza fight, they're fighting in all different spots, right? They'll be in space, they'll be in underwater, right? But they're still fighting, they're still serious, you know what I mean? Like they never saw the location that they're in, the reason why they lost. They would never give that excuse. But yeah, definitely, I would love to see all the new and interesting clips and moments we have during these tournaments, right? Because, right, these stages, like who even plays on them normally, and how hazards will affect certain, you know, people trying to get clips. Maybe something unexpected will happen, like somebody will die super early. I think that's hilarious. But yeah, the entry fee is free. So if you manage to make it to top 3, right, you go home, right, with some Nintendo money. Right? Doesn't hurt to try, you know? This is also just, it's kind of like a practice round, I guess you can say. Like, who knows, maybe you know, if others like content creators that play Smash, right, post about Smash, might even try this too, right? This stage list, right, to see, you know, what kind of moments they all go through, right? What kind of experiences they have. But yeah, I'm also gonna hold brackets. So I already made a Smash GG bracket for this weekend because I'm uploading this like either the 19th or 20th, depending if I finish the editing. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So this weekend you can already go online and join the bracket to play for this weekend. I'm gonna stream this weekend. But yeah, I'm gonna try to stream everybody. The limit is so for now I put a limit of 25 people because I want to stream everybody's matches. But last time that I did that, yeah, the stream ended up going. It was taking a long time to even get to the finals, right? Like it was gonna be like, I guess I'm gonna just throw a number out there, like 4 or 5 hours, and it wasn't even that crazy. It was a tournament, you know. But we'll see. There will have to be some matches off stream, some matches on stream. But yeah. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. Right, thanks so much for listening, and I hope you guys will, you know, consider trying a different type of Smash. Right? If you play in online tournaments, right? And if you do, you get far, right? You get your prizes.
Bye.